I, like most others, spent the last couple of years trying to be relevant, trying to please the internet hustle culture, trying to fit in, spending hours on social media scrolling and comparing without realizing that I was getting sucked into the likes, the followers, and the constant dopamine that came with it. Basically, finding it difficult to live life for what it really is. And that is making time for the things that make me truly happy. And so I have one rule this year, and that is to do more of what I love and then do some more of it. Whether it's a one-day getaway or a long holiday with friends and family, travel changes me. The rush, the adventure, the exploring, the art, the history, traditions, the food, new people, places, it truly makes me happy. There is something extremely spiritual about escaping our mundane 9 to 5s and finally taking that break. Even if it means just going out for a walk in the park or by the beach, to disconnect every once in a while and be fully present. Travel builds confidence, reduces stress, anxiety, enhancing creativity, all while creating a whole new chapter for me. While I didn't make a vision board this year, my only real goal is to be comfortable through discomfort. Now, whether that be through taking myself out on coffee dates, going on long walks alone, or showing a little more of my life online. I'm focusing on doing everything that 2021 Kanika could never. Doing everything that makes me truly uncomfortable because, like they say, the comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Finding joy in the little things guilt free. The meaning of happiness for me has changed a couple of times over the past few years. Growing up, getting that iPhone after graduation meant everything to me. Buying that new summer dress from Zara or shopping for my new Gymshark activewear. It all made me truly happy. Now, however, things are a little different. Material things no longer excite me as much as they did back then. Yes, new clothes and gadgets are great, but that feeling of working on your mental health, FaceTiming that friend, sleeping after a long day of work, or simply binging on your favorite show on a Sunday afternoon cannot compare. There is something truly beautiful about finding joy in the little things without feeling guilty about it. After all, it's the simple things that make life what it truly is. Building new habits and hobbies. Now, this is something I honestly was really terrified about even trying. I really do not spend enough time by myself, with myself. I find it awkward and honestly sometimes really sad when I see people hanging out alone. But in my heart, I know that it takes a different level of self-confidence and freedom to be content in one's own company. So my plan this year is to focus on all of those things that give me the opportunity to find out who I truly am. I got so lost in trying to be productive that having hobbies slowly disappeared from my to-do lists. To get out of my comfort zone and be comfortable in the discomfort. To be alone without feeling lonely. And use that time to reflect on my accomplishments, my mistakes, my thoughts, emotions and experiences. To allow my mind to wander and explore new ideas and perspectives. To disconnect, to cultivate a strong sense of who I am. To set boundaries and to understand my needs and desires. To reflect, explore and grow without feeling dependent on someone to do it with or for you. I am an absolute introvert. The idea of sitting around people for longer than a few hours is really scary to me sometimes. I'm also someone that is known to cancel plans, make excuses, and frankly lazy to get out and meet other people. I hate socializing, even if it is more than two people, and I'm honestly not very proud of it. My friends hate me for it, and I think it's time that needs to change. So this year, I'm making time for the ones I care about. Be it through phone calls, text messages, lunch date, or house parties, I'm consciously working on improving my relationship and being a better sister, daughter, and a friend. I started YouTube a couple of years ago only because I truly enjoyed the process of writing scripts, editing videos, and wanting to tell my story. And while I'm not the most consistent with it, YouTube and filming is still very personal to me. While my work requires a lot of filming other people and telling their stories, YouTube is my escape. Weirdly, YouTube is my me time. It gives me the opportunity to pause on the daily mundanity and be so completely involved with telling my story, all while giving me so much creative freedom. A big goal for me this year is taking those feelings and thoughts and consciously working on giving YouTube and whosoever is watching the importance you deserve. Food has with time become a very integral part of who I am. And in case I've not already said it, I love eating, especially if it's colorful, fresh, sour, or spicy. My relationship with food has been a roller coaster to say the least, but so far I have come to realize that food pretty much rules my mood, my skin, my health, my life. So this year, I will be eating a lot more, and not because I have weight goals I need to achieve, but because it truly makes me a better person, a happier person, and most definitely a whole lot less of a moody person. For a majority of my life, I have been working. I did finance internships only to realize that I sucked at it and I hated numbers. I worked 9 to 5s only to realize that I hate working on somebody else's dream. So when I least expected it, I started working for myself and by myself. And cut to a couple of years later, many meltdowns later, I finally am working on my biggest project yet. And while I cannot share a whole lot right now, I can tell you that this girl who searched for passion and meaning all her life may have finally found it. Stay tuned. And lastly, being grateful for what I already have and where I am in life. The last 2 years have been challenging to say the least, more mentally than physically. And if there is one thing I'm going to be doing a whole lot more of this year, it is being grateful. For life, for work, for family, for friends, for hobbies, for financial freedom, for food on the table, for opportunities to explore, for travel. Grateful for the good and a lot more for the bad. Because without it, I truly would not know what I need to make more space for. So this year, I hope that like me, you too make a little more time for the things you truly love. Until then, see you next time.